Okay, we form the Constitutional Historian Group will present the result of our presentation.
Alright, I will explain the history of constitutional law. Is everything related to the organization of the state, including the structure, system, and mechanism of exercising power in a country based on the constitution or applicable basic law. The second, pre-independence system. Number 1, the era of the Nusantara Kingdom. Before the arrival of Westerners, the Indonesian archipelago already had its own system of government in the form of kingdoms. Characteristic 1. The king was the supreme ruler. 2. Power was hereditary. 3. The king was assisted by a prime minister, advisor, and royal officials. 4. Laws were based on local custom, religion, and tradition. Number 2. Dutch colonial period. Dutch colonization began with their arrival in 1620 and was continued by the Dutch East Indies government. Characteristic 1. The government was controlled by a governor general. 2. The system of government was highly centralized. 3. The indigenous people had no suffrages. 4. The law was differentiated based on class. Europe favored Easterners, indigenous people. Number 3. Japanese occupation period. In 1942, Japan defeated the Dutch and took control of Indonesia. However, Japan gave Indonesian leaders the opportunity to prepare for independence through the BPUPKI and PPKI. Characteristic 1. The government was military in nature. 2. Power was held by the Japanese army. 3. The people were subject to forced labor.
Post-independence system. The period leading up the independence in 1945. Two important institutions were formed. Number 1, BPUPKI was tasked with formulating the foundation of the state and drafting the constitution. Number 2, PPKI ratified appointing the president, appointing the vice president. 17 August 1945 became the beginning of the establishment of the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia. The early years of independence 1945 and 1949. At this time, Indonesia used the 1945 Constitution with a president system of government. However, in practice, Indonesia had implement a parliamentary system due to the political situation and pressure from the Netherlands. Indonesia also faced military aggression from the Netherlands, which led to international negotiations. The period of of the United States of Indonesia 1949 and 1950. The Netherlands still want to control an independent and sovereign Indonesia. The Linggarjati Agreement was signed of 25 March 1947, resulting in 1. The Netherlands recognizing the Republic of Indonesia as having the veto power of Java, Madura, and Sumatra. The Netherlands retaining power of other regions. Number 2, the Netherlands and Indonesia work together to form the United States of Indonesia RIS. The Round Table Conference took place. The change from a United States to a federal state. UUDS 1945 and 1959. Number 1. The President and Vice President cannot be impeached. Number 2. Ministers are responsible for all government policies. Number 3. The President has the right to dissolve the House of Representatives. The Constitution is called provisional because it is only temporary. Pending the election of a Constitution Assembly, they will draft a new Constitution. 5 July 1945. Presiden Soekarno used President Decree 5 July 1945 among what other things restats the 1945 Constitution.
Next material is All Order, also known as the All Order era with the Gate Democration. Bung Karno's concept of Gate Democration was accepted as the basic for the administration of state, with the restatement of the 1955 Constitution based on the Presidential Decree of July 5, 1959. The implementation was not in the accordance with the Constitution, and there were many deviations, include 1. The appointment of President Sukarno as a president for life. 2. The existing state institutions were temporary in nature. New Order. The New Order refers to a system of life for the Indonesian people based on the noble value of Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. This term was coined after the failure of the G30 SPKI uprising on September 30, 1965. Based on the March 11, 1966, or the Special March, this marked the beginning of the fall of President Sukarno and the apparent seizure of the state power by General Suharto. Several notable aspects of Suharto administration, known as the New Order era, are 1. Pancasila democracy. 2. The concept of the dual function of the Indonesian Armed Force. 3. Power in the hand of executive, concentration of power. 4. The existence of the appoint system. in representative institution. 5. Simplification of political parties. 6. Manipulation of general election with Suharto remaining president for several terms. Reform era system. The strengthening of the presidential system and constitutional democracy marked by the direct election of president by the people and the limitation of the maximum term of office to 2 terms in accordance with the result of the amendment to the 1945 Constitution by the People Consultative Assembly 1999. There was an affirmation of the principle of check and balance between state institutions, strengthening of the supervisory function of the House of Representatives, and a more comprehensive guardian of human rights in the Constitution to present the concentration of power as in the past. Characteristic of Indonesian statehood today. Constitutional democracy. Indonesian democracy is limited by a constitution, meaning that power cannot conflict with the constitution. There is a judicial review mechanism in the Constitutional Court. 2. Separation of power. Indonesia implement the division of power to executive to president and cabinet, legislative to DPR and DPD, judicial to MA and MK. 3. Sovereignty in the hand of the people. Article 1 paragraph 2 of the 1945 Constitution states that sovereignty is in the hand of the people and is in exercise in accordance with the constitutional structure of modern state institution. 1. Executive agent. The executive branch of the state government led by the President of the Republic of Indonesia. The President is assisted by the Vice President and Minister. 2. Legislative body. Lawmaker. Responsibility of drafting and deliberate laws composed of DPR, DPD, MPR. 3. Judicial institution. Upholding law and justice, consisting of Supreme Court, Constitutional Court, Judicial Commission, mandates, adjusting case, reviewing law against the Constitutional Court, supervising judge, conduct Judicial Commission. That's all the material from our group. If there are any errors, please forgive us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.